Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I know lots of people were probably tuning in like, man, I can't wait to see Ed Harris dancing.
Busting a
And
move.
I didn't have time today, guys. It's one of those weeks. I just no 20-year-old Ed Harris dancing to this week. Next week, probably. I think I'm working a lot next week. Maybe not next. We will see. We will see how quickly I get things wrapped up. But we do have a podcast. We have a normal show today. Got a couple things to talk about. We got Star Trek Discovery. We have Smile, which I hadn't seen before a couple days ago. Had you seen it before, Bobby?
No.
I definitely have thoughts. And then what's the other thing? Oh yeah, Agatha Olan. That's a big new thing. So the first two episodes. So yes. Now, before we dive in though, since I don't have an intro, I thought something fun we could do is look at the Thunderbolts trailer. Because I haven't seen it yet. Haven't had a chance to. Bobby has, but he's going to act like he's never seen it. Whoa! And if you've been paying attention, I actually have some concerns over Thunderbolts, namely the storyline they're going for. Like the original, like I've brought up before, I think the original comic book Thunderbolts line is such a great and unique storyline. I think it's a shame they're skipping that to go almost to when Thunderbolts was kind of like a variant of Suicide Squad, which seems to be immediately what they're going for in the MCU, which seems disappointing. Not saying it can't be good, but I'm just laying my cards out on the table. I think doing Thunderbolts and not apparently having Zemo involved at all, even though you already have a great actor playing Zemo, seems like a missed opportunity. But
well, we don't know.
You know what?
Yet. We don't know yet.
We don't know. We don't know.
They could be just keeping it,
And I haven't seen this trailer yet. And I will also say, everybody I know who's seen this trailer. Well, I guess I haven't heard your thoughts, Bobby. But everyone, pretty much everyone who's seen the trailer, but that I've heard of before, pretty much said this is amazing.
It looks good. I will say there were a few times while I was watching it, kind of going, "Wait, who is that? Oh yeah, that's right."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to say like crossover of a whole bunch of villains, and there are villains in the group, but like it's also villains and a couple of people I just consider more anti-heroes, like Yelena and Red. Is it Red Guardian? Yeah, they're not really villains; they're more anti-heroes. But yeah, and Winter Soldier, I would say at this point is pretty much a hero. But
well, yeah, I'm not gonna. We could watch it and
let's dive in.
I click leave on porch. Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Milena? Hold on! Elena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was on an important call.
I do want to say these are probably two of my favorite characters from the Black Widow movie. I thought they were a very welcome inclusion.
Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ. That's fucking great.
Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
There is something wrong with me. An emptiness. I'm just drifting. And I don't have purpose. I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try and spin. Yeah. There's nothing in it, and your life is
I'm Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
All right, so I will say that action scene, very brief, but like that there's some cool stuff there.
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Yeah, so?
So, someone wants us gone. What the hell?
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
Don't worry, she's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish.
Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
All right, so real quick, if you're watching this later and it's you don't really get the trailer and you just get our commentary, that's because this got copyrighted and I had YouTube trim it out. So just FYI, if it's a little jumpy with just our commentary, that's what happened. But Bobby, you've sat with us longer than I have. What do you think?
It looks good. There's like I said, there's a few of the characters that they show listed that I'm like, who the hell is that again?
Mm-hmm.
Like the only one I'm stuck with is the Archer, and I know it's not Kate Bishop.
Yeah. Yeah, the Archer kind of
But it
confused
looks
me
like
too.
Taskmaster with the mask.
I
but-
bet you maybe it is supposed to be Taskmaster because Taskmaster would be a good Archer as
but
well.
wasn't Taskmaster the guy that they that Scarlet Witch pretty much killed in the beginning of the second Cap movie of Winter
No.
Soldier? That was Crossbones.
Yeah, yeah, Taskmaster.
Oh, and
is
I'm
the
also
villain.
happy that Pixar Captain America's in this one too.
Yeah. No, I bet you it's supposed to be Taskmaster without the mask because we see Taskmaster briefly in Black Widow, and frankly, I will say one of my complaints of Black Widow, as much as I like the characters of Red Guardian and Yelena, is that they really did Taskmaster dirty. Like they could give her the actual Taskmaster personality, and that'd be a huge improvement in my opinion.
And Ghost is finally making her appearance back into the MCU after
Yeah.
how long?
2018, I want to say. So 7 years. I will say this is not quite like the classic Thunderbolts I wanted them to do, but this is also not quite what I thought they were going to do with the team, at least what this is setting up. And what they're setting up here seems pretty fucking cool. There's some cool action scenes. I like how obviously the characters are not friendly to begin with, and nor should they. These are all very different characters with very amounts of dark backstory going on. I think Ghost definitely has the most interesting power set. And with the exception of maybe, well, I guess I don't know. Like, I feel like we got a little bit of Ghost here, but it'd be nice to develop her more. We could definitely develop Taskmaster a whole hell of a lot more. Hydra Bob. We didn't get much of Hydra Bob in the first Deadpool. I guess it could be though. I didn't look too closely. I don't. That'd be funny though. He was just called Bob in the first Deadpool though, and he's like barely there at the end. That'd be fun though. Yeah, this looks cool. I'm interested to see what they do. Yeah, I guess here I was never fantastic at trailer reviews because it's like so little to actually work on. But like I will say,
Oh no, man! The trailer
this is
gives so
interesting,
much
man.
away. It gives
Oh
everything
yeah,
away, man.
yeah. Everything's been given away. You know what? Those are the worst trailers too. When
Yeah,
I
like
just
the
watch it and go, "Oh, there's the movie." There's the
yeah, I'll agree. But but I mean, come on, we know that what Pixar Captain America is going to have a child. That's going to be crucial to the plot, I'm sure.
sure.
He and Bucky are going to get reunited.
Yes, and they're
I don't
best
know.
buds,
I don't
right?
know, dude. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I don't know. As I recall from Winter Soldier, from Falcon or Captain America and Winter Soldier series, Bucky always had the better up when they were facing off one on one.
oh
Like,
yeah,
as I
oh
recall,
yeah.
Bucky was whooping that ass.
No, Bucky's way cooler.
Yeah,
But does give a Pixar Captain America, which is a good name for him, Pixar Captain
yeah,
America, a good chance to develop. It does kind of look like Captain America if he was drawn by Pixar.
I think he does.
Um,
He does.
by the
And
way,
it's
it's Wyatt
not-
Russell,
yeah.
who, if you haven't seen him, he's Kurt Russell's son, and he is
Oh
pretty
no,
talented in his own right.
he's a
Yeah,
great actor and everything.
Oh,
but
yeah.
just like with the suit,
yeah, he totally
it's
has
the
that look.
It's the ears. It's really the ears, man.
He needs the plastic ears to really sell it. That is sarcasm. Never ever put plastic ears on a Captain America suit again. That Captain America movie is unforgivably bad.
What, the wingtips?
No. There was a Captain America movie where he actually had like plastic ears instead of actually having his ears poked. It was the 1990 Captain America movie.
Oh, the Roger
It
Corman
is
one.
so fucking. No, it's not Roger Corman. I wish it was. It would be
No,
more
he
fun
did
if
the
it was Roger
Fantastic
Corman.
Four one. He did the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Which is really bad, but somehow the most entertaining Fantastic Four movie we've gotten so far.
I mean, yeah.
Not technically the worst one, but I would still watch it before the other ones I just
the one with actually the stacked cast,
Oh.
which I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
2015 might actually be worse.
I mean,
yeah.
fucking Miles Teller as Reeve Richards. That's great fucking casting.
Dude,
like-
Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch?
And
Dude. Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember. I always forget her name.
Kate Mara as
Yes,
Invisible
as Sue
Woman.
Storm.
Yeah.
And Toby Bell as
Yeah.
Victor Von Doom. Like every actor in that movie was great.
I think you're mixing it up. I don't want to say it's Jamie Bell as Thing, and then Toby Kebbell as
Toby Kebbell. I am mixing it up.
But no, like all five of that casting is like, fuck, those are good fucking actors. That movie sucks so hard.
Yeah, like all five of them are phenomenal actors.
Yeah, like I can point to a movie where it's like, okay, that person.
I think I read that
movie.
Jamie Bell and that lady, they're married in real life.
No, really?
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good deal. But yeah. The Thunderbolts looks way better than any Fantastic Four movie we've ever gotten. That's really faint praise, but hey.
I don't know about that. There's some pretty good ones that are coming out. That look.
Oh, well, coming out, yeah, we will have to see. We will have to see. Like the MCU Fantastic Four's got to be better than the other ones we've gotten, right?
I mean,
right?
Well, the casting they've announced.
So far, I think the casting's kind of perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of got some good promise already.
Yeah. I was about to say they haven't announced Doctor Doom, but yeah, of course, that was big news. They definitely.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
Yeah. That's the most expensive actor they've paid for in a long time.
I mean,
for himself.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I am interested to see how it plays out. I'm assuming it's going to be a variant, alternate universe variant of Tony Stark at this point. Otherwise, I don't know why they're doing that. Well, actually, I know exactly why they're doing that. Because Robert Downey Jr. is guaranteed to bring in money.
It's Downey.
He's a good actor, so I can't really shit on the decision. But like,
it's Downey.
yeah,
It's Downey.
yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
But yeah, that is if you're wondering why Marvel did it, yeah, that's why. But yeah, we will have to see. So I mean, we got a great trailer for Brave New World. I'm excited to see. I think I kind of prefer the Brave New World trailer to this still, but like this was still good. So two promising Marvel stuff coming out very soon. Well, very soon.
But the Cap,
Yeah, Brave New World,
Yeah.
Captain America.
I thought
That
it was
looks
New World
awesome.
Order. Is it Brave
They
New
changed it. They
Okay.
changed it because the connotation to New World Order. They didn't want that.
What the pro
attached to
wrestling? What
movie.
the pro wrestling connotation to it with Hulk Hogan? I understand that.
No, it's
yeah,
um,
I I'm messing with you. Yeah, I know.
okay. I was about to say, let me dive in. No, I guess. Are we ready to dive into main show stuff?
yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I have Discovery open right here. You want to just dive right into Discovery? Get that over
Yeah,
with.
let's do that.
Not that it's bad. We're in the middle of season 3 Discovery now, so we're going over episodes 5 through 9. And if I was looking ahead and being thoughtful, I probably would separate it out 9 or 5 through 3 or 8, 5 to 8, because 9 is part 1 of a 2-parter. But you know what?
I
Fuck
noticed.
it.
I noticed
did it.
that.
I did it. I left it at a cliffhanger, and I'm going to say I did it on purpose. I was thinking ahead. Shut up. But yeah, we're essentially continue the Discovery is 1,000 years in the future, trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to the Federation. And I will say, since watching season 2 Discovery and season 3 of Discovery, in between this, Ashley and I did watch and cover all of Picard. And I want to say, I really appreciate, like, I used to get kind of annoyed how Discovery was like a whole, like each season was like a story, and I wish they'd break it up a bit more. But watching this after watching all that Picard, I realized that's more of what Picard did. Discovery, like, yeah, there's an overarching story with each season, but for the most part, the episodes do kind of work on their own. There's a task with each episode, and I'm like, oh, this is a bit more episodic than I remember, and I'm really thankful for that, because Picard was just getting too fucking much of some of its stuff. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, the episodes this week: Die Trying. Oh yeah, then that's essentially when they rejoin the Federation, and they're being, hey, we're going to dismantle the crew and figure out where you're at, and they feel the need to prove themselves that they're a crew that needs to stick together. And then episode 6 is where Book gets a message about not Book. Burnham gets a message from Book saying that, hey, I'm going off. Essentially, he's going off to investigate something, and if she gets that message, he's gone longer than he expected. Which we found out about that through a fantastic moment where his ship hails Discovery, and it's his cat on the phone, which is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of adorable. The third one was Unification 3, which is a sequel to Unification Part 2, which was the 2-parter on TNG where Spock is trying to bring Vulcans and Romulans together. So it was kind of nice to get a follow-up there, and we also get some archive footage from Leonard Nimoy. This episode, I guess, kind of serves as a nice tribute to him. So yeah, it's hard for me to. It's good.
Yeah,
This is probably my favorite of the set so far. And then we get to Sanctuary, where this is in our Book episode where they go to help Book to his home world, where they have to deal with the Emerald Chain. And I feel like, this is definitely going to have implications throughout the season, the rest of the season, with the leader of the Emerald Chain, who is played by Janet Kidder, the niece of Margot Kidder, which is just something I realized looking up her name.
Huh.
but yeah, she is obviously going to be a something they're going to have to contend with later in the season. But they do manage to tell a nice personal story of Book reconnecting with his brother here, which I think is pretty well done. And then the last one was about Giorgio, who is essentially dying because not only is she 1,000 years in the future, but she's also from a different universe, and she essentially goes back to. They find a possibility of the cure, and essentially it's a gateway where she gets to go back to her mirror universe, but in the past. And we're actually seeing, even though Giorgio is like sadistic and crazy still, we're kind of seeing how she's kind of changed, being thrown back into her old universe quite a bit, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that's brief summaries of everything. Try to get through it all. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
Uh, I like this one, and I agree with you. I think like that's definitely going to have some future implications down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this block was an interesting bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, honestly, my head's more at the cliffhanger. Like I kind of
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
continue.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really care for the modern Star Trek or the modern Federation people
Mm-hmm. Oh,
when they were there and how they tried to
yeah.
separate them and doing all that. And I'm thinking like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this crew like
Yeah.
is appeared as an anomaly for one, and the why are you going to separate them? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
even them
yeah. Well,
updating the ship,
there's
that's kind of like, okay, that's
well, I
stupid.
kind
I
of get
thought
maybe
that was dumb.
not trusting them and maybe wanting to put people on the ship, but like, yeah, that was very strange because it's like, okay, it's 1,000-year-old ship. You're kind of gonna need the crew of that ship to fully understand
And like,
exactly
there's
how
already a
that works.
dilithium shortage, and this thing
Yeah,
literally mines it.
yeah. Um, this is also the one ship that is capable of traveling pretty much instantaneously without dilithium.
Whenever and wherever. Like,
Yeah.
why
Mhm.
would you? Were
The
you
ship
all?
is
Was the
invaluable. Like,
Federation not? Yeah, was the Federation not able to duplicate this technology?
well, I get,
I already don't trust you guys. Like,
yeah.
I still don't. Even when we updated the ship, I'd have been like, "You did what to my ship? No,
Mm,
no, you did not. No, you didn't."
but yeah, that I do find, like, especially with Vance, I'm starting to get the sense that he's starting to trust them more. And I get why they're suspect, but yeah, I did feel like that felt off. Like, like this was just the volunteer crew who were said, "Fuck it, we'll help Michael and go to the future." I'm assuming it's not a fully staffed crew, so just replenish it with people you trust, and just say, "Hey, um, here we don't fully trust you yet, but we'll go ahead and give you some rope." Um, but we're going to give you some staffing, and we're going to require our people be in certain key areas. That's how you'd handle it, in my opinion. Which that might be pretty much what they decide to do because there are future people on board now. But yeah, just hey, let's break them up. It's like, okay, so you're going to throw people who don't know how to run ships. The ships are on that ship. That no. Yeah,
I
it didn't.
I thought high-ranking Federation officers were supposed to be intelligent.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Yeah,
I would
my
say
inner angry Leonard Bones was coming out watching that episode. Like, you damn fools! What are you doing? No,
yeah, don't do that. No, no, there's better ways to do
no.
that. But
And then all of a sudden, my Scotty just came out and was like, "Here, we upgraded your ship. You did what?
yeah,
The fuck you did?
how
No."
dare you? But yeah, like I said, I think my favorite episode was probably Unification 3 because I just thought that was a
Yeah,
good follow up. I like how it kind of paid honor to Spock because, and it's something I wasn't even thinking about. But when they went to the future, yeah, Spock did a lot of really amazing stuff, and now they're ahead of him. They kind of see the impact of some of the stuff Spock has done. And we get a little clip of Leonard Nimoy from his TNG appearance, which is quite awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
I might have
solid.
been
And then
tempted to rewatch that episode right as soon as that clip played. Like, I was like, "Oh, that's such a great episode, though.
yeah,
Such a
I'm
great
not gonna
episode."
lie. I watched. I was like, man, too bad I wasn't thinking ahead. Maybe I could have squeezed in that two-parter in the podcast because, those are
Yeah,
classic. But yeah, and then the other one I really enjoyed, although I did think in the alternate universe it did drag a bit towards me, but like what we were actually seeing was good. Was Terra Firma Part One, the two-parter we left off on with
yeah,
Giorgio. I did feel the mirror universe stuff was dragging a bit for me, but I did really like essentially Giorgio becomes your point of view there. And you do see how she's changed because it's something I was noting as this season's been going on because we've gotten a decent amount of Giorgio this season. And she used to be a character I wasn't a huge fan of, but as the season's gone on, I've been like kind of getting all right with her like sadistic shit. Like, okay,
yeah,
she like kind of realizing, yeah, she just is kind of this way, but like she still seems to do pretty much the right thing. And then it's just part of the growth of her character, and it's also the fantastic performance by Michelle Yeoh. And then yeah, I did enjoy seeing her in the mirror universe and having her realize, oh shit, I actually don't really fit in here quite right anymore. Which was a nice way to show her character growth. But yeah, next week we'll be wrapping up this season. I will say it's pretty much like I remember where this season was pretty much the season where I feel like Discovery actually figured out what it's doing as a series. Because season 1 was all over the place and season 2 was promising. But yeah, any final thoughts about BB before we move
no, I'm
on?
excited to see where the rest of it goes.
Yeah. I guess we will move on and talk about the big new thing, which is of course Smile.
Yeah,
Because Smile 2 is coming out soon. So Smile's the big new thing, right? So I had never seen this before. I've seen it advertised all over the place. Of course, the trailers are pretty memorable with essentially people with big fucking shit-eating fake grins on their face, killing themselves. Sounds terrifying. And actually sitting down and watching it, I overall think this is good, but like I also feel like I feel lots of like Ring vibes with this one, which I guess it's
yeah.
kind of just become a horror trope at this point. But, like,
I got some like It Follows vibes.
I could see that
entity
too. I don't
attaches
know.
itself to you.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I could see the Rin thing too because they really didn't like
Yeah.
determine like the amount of time, or just it's there.
Yeah, well, there's not set amount of time. So essentially, the break down the story a bit here for people if you don't know, and we will be spoiling it too. So,
To be fair, what'd you think of the lead?
the lead, I thought
Yeah.
she did a good job.
Did you look up who she was?
I see here sees Susie Baker. I don't know who she is.
Her
Do I know
parents
her
are,
from something?
or who her parents are. Her parents are Chris
I have
Sedgwick and Kevin
no
Bacon.
idea. Let's see.
Yeah,
We're
yeah. Her
researching
parents
it
are.
right now.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Kevin Bacon, and I
Yeah.
assume holy shit, who's Kevin Bacon's wife? Why am I brain farting?
Kara Sedgwick.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it, I knew that.
I was
like, it's
looking
something
at
because of a K.
because the whole time I was like thinking like,
Famous
why does she
actor.
look so familiar? But I just can't place it. Like she looks familiar.
You
I
know,
can't
she
place
looks
it.
familiar, and I just kind of thought because she kind of gave me like there were moments where she kind of reminded me of Kate Mara, and I was like, that's probably it.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
that's not
Me
it.
too.
But yeah, Bacon's a giveaway. God, I didn't even click. I read that name. I was like, and then looking, I was like, no shit. Yeah, of course. It is.
No, it happened to me too when I looked it up and then saw Kevin Bacon was her dad. I went, oh my God, her name is Bacon. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, her name is fucking Bacon. Jesus Christ. So essentially, this is about this I it's not really exactly explained what it is, but essentially you see somebody with a smile and then they kill themselves terribly, and then you are haunted by visions for what 4 to 7 days, indeterminate amount. Um, at which point you will kill yourself in front of someone else, and then they will go through the same thing. Um,
It's some
now
sort of
there's
entity or demon or
yeah, and then there was a cool idea explored here where she faced her trauma. So we have a main character here, and one part of her backstory is that she saw her mother die. She didn't see her mother die, but she found her mother's body.
yeah.
And it's later revealed, spoilers. I did say spoilers. It's later revealed that like she walked in on her mother. She was a young kid. She was 10 years old. She walked in on her mother, and her mother essentially had partially killed herself, but not fully done it. And she asked her for help. Now, keep in mind, her mother had not been a great mother. Her and her sister have lots of scars from the terrible things her mother had done to them.
Yeah.
And essentially, she asked for help, and she just walks away, and then she dies. So she carries that with her, and she confronts that. And then there's the oh my God, is that going to resolve it? And the answer is no, of course not. Because we got to keep this thing going.
No.
I feel like because it falls into horror movie cliches, we can't actually like have a nice moral to it.
No.
Which is kind of like I get it, but like it's also kind of my qualms. I know it's kind of a nitpick because it's just kind of a horror movie thing, but like I like the idea of like this terrible thing will haunt you unless you actually like address a serious issue and face that head on. And I'm not gonna lie, I also sometimes wonder if that's maybe what happens when the horror movies get thrown through the corporate machine. Because I remember there's a movie kind of Ring inspired as well that I saw Horror Hound last time. It was called Cheat. It's essentially about like an evil spirit that will go and essentially kill people who cheat on their lovers. It will haunt them and then eventually kill them.
Okay.
Kind of Ring inspired as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Okay.
But that movie actually had had a solution where if you actually confess what you did to the person, that will fix it. They won't come after you anymore.
All right.
So it's like you just gotta do something. So there's like a moral to it. I almost feel like maybe when these movies get thrown through like a bit more of a studio system, the studio comes in and says, yeah, no, you can't have a moral. We got to end with the normal horror cliffhanger. I don't know if that's what happened here, but kind of feels like it. Because she faced some dark shit with her mom, and then just to die anyway. It was like, okay. Oh, and why I say this feels super Ring inspired is as far as I can tell, the only person to survive this thing is somebody who killed someone else to get rid of it. So either you kill someone else brutally or you kill yourself brutally to get rid of this thing. Yeah. So like, I'm saying all this. Do I think this is bad? No, I actually think it's a pretty well done little movie. I think the smile thing is really creepy little edge. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's cool. I think it's well directed. I think Parker Finn does a good job overall. Interested what else he does. I know my daughter looked it up because at Horror Hound they were talking about how this is based on a short story, and I did look it up, and it was Laura here, who was the first character, was the main character. She's the first character to commit suicide. She's the main character of the short. And the short was...
So it's literally just continuing the story.
Laura Hasn't Slept. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how that one goes. I'm kind of interested to check it out after watching this. Because like I said, I don't think this is amazing, but I think this is solid. This is decent. It's definitely got some really freaky stuff going on, and the smile like little thing to add in there is kind of cool. I will say, watching this, one thing I will say I'm really concerned about with the sequel is just fucking rehashing what this was, which it could very easily fall into. But we will see, I guess, in a few weeks. Bobby,
It
what
looks
do you
like you
think?
could watch the short on Daily Motion.
It won't surprise me. Lots of times stuff
No.
like that will be available.
What did I think? I enjoyed this quite. Yeah, like different concept, but I was here
Yeah.
for it. Um, very interesting story. Yeah, I'm curious now to watch the short as well. But I just sent you the link. Yeah,
Nice.
definitely very creepy and like unsettling type of horror, which I kind of really enjoy that. And I really enjoyed the cinematography in this mostly.
Yes.
Like
Like I
there
said,
was
I
a
think
lot of these shots
was it
where
Parker
like
Finn?
the
Yeah, he
camera will
did a
stay
good job
stationary.
directing this.
Well, where the camera would stay stationary, and then the character would walk off and just go to another room, and you could hear stuff going on, but just we're staying on that shot, and that to me is one of my. It's a favorite trope of horror,
Yeah.
but I love it because it naturally makes the audience feel just so unsettled. It's I'm going to use it as like because I feel it's the best utilized in Exorcist 3. Have we watched that for the show?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yes, we have watched that.
The hallway shot. The hallway shot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you said.
Yeah, that because that whole thing is unnerving.
Yeah, Exorcist 3 is totally underrated. If you guys haven't seen it, by the way, fucking awesome.
Don't like I've said, don't waste your time on 2. 2 is absolute garbage.
Go to George C. Scott. You know?
I mean, it's George C. fucking Scott.
Yeah,
it's great in that movie.
So yeah.
So is for absolute no reason David Cronenberg.
Yes.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm curious how what they're gonna do with the sequel, but I am.
Yeah, I really hope they don't just remake this one because like I could see this falling into that trap very easily. Because like how do you
see it?
How do
maybe
you
just
expand on this story?
Following the story and. So if
it's not going to be the boyfriend. Okay,
so that we know.
Spoiler, as we kind of discussed. Spoiler. The movie ends with the main character killing herself in front of her ex-boyfriend. Terribly.
Also, let's talk about that final sequence a little bit when we get to see the demon itself.
You know, that was kind of cool. Like I said, I have my objections to like falling into the old horror tropes, but like that was kind of a cool idea that they did. Yeah,
it was. I kind of didn't like how even during the reveal, they were like kind of showing it in like fragment lighted scenes, and it's like at that point I'm like, oh, quit teasing us and just show the damn thing. Like, come on. I was getting a little annoyed, but when we finally got that big reveal of it, it was pretty awesome how they did it.
Yeah. And then the visualization of it like taking her over was,
or it peeling its own skin off and going right through her mouth. Yeah, that was whoo, that was awesome.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, like I don't think this is like the best movie ever, but I think it's a solid horror movie. I want to stress it's solid. I get why it gets a sequel. I'm not sure. We will see. Maybe the sequel will surprise me. Maybe they'll do a great job of expanding on it. We will see. But yeah, it's just one of those movies where it's like I don't know how you follow that up and not.
Yeah, I mean, this could be good
because you can repeat yourself. It's set up to repeat itself infinitely, but I don't. Do we need that?
No, I don't think so.
because I think this one does a good job with that. We will see. We will see though. I guess anything you want to add before we talk about Agatha?
No, no.
All right. So Agatha all along. The sequel spin-off to WandaVision. I will say one thing I like about this series is that they pretty much announced this is a one-shot series. It's a one done. We're going to do these episodes. It's going to be a complete story and it'll be done, kind of like WandaVision was. And I think it's kind of cool to just kind of set that up at the beginning, so that way, you don't have to have your writers planning out stuff ahead. Just do the story, move on.
Yeah, because I kind of feel that's something that might have hurt Loki a little.
Well, I thought Loki resolved itself. Yeah.
But
there are some stuff.
There was way more filler in that second season than I felt needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, the first half was clunky as fuck. We covered Loki season 2, but the second half's better than the first half. I will say that for sure.
Yeah.
But
Agatha all along. So it seems like this is taking place almost like about 4 or 5 years after.
Yeah, I want to say
WandaVision?
Yeah. WandaVision was that series aired what? Was that like 2.5? No, 3.5 years ago. Damn, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is probably about real time, or maybe a bit longer since then. And it opens with Agatha in kind of her prison that Wanda makes for her, where she's in a TV series that's a detective show. And I'm not gonna lie, when it opened up, I was like, "Oh, is this somehow how Agatha stumbled into her powers?"
Is this like what she was?
I didn't guess that. Yeah.
Is this what she was before she fell into Wanda's trap? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then, no. Oh, okay. This is what we're doing.
Then it does the whole detective series intro, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is another spell thing. Okay, this is kind of fun. And then I do feel that goes on way too long. But I did like the setup at the beginning. It just, I want to say, like, for a 45-minute episode, I want to say that setup was like a half hour, and I'm like, okay, like, I kind of got that on WandaVision. I kind of don't need it rehashed that much.
Well,
but yeah.
A lot of shows will do that. I've noticed that a lot with Discovery, how like we'll watch like maybe 20, 30 minutes of the episode and then the credits start rolling. And I'm like, wait, that was the intro?
Yeah.
That's like an episode. My God.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about the intro. I'm talking about like just the whole detective story.
I thought it lasted just the perfect amount of time. Like one full episode would have been cool
Maybe
with
that's
me.
just me then.
It would have been cool with me, yeah.
But
and then we figure it out right at the last moment, and then we're just left like, wait, what?
Well, I did like Aubrey Plaza is in this, and she is. I kind of feel like she's kind of back, almost kind of not quite recreating, but kind of like a variation on her character from Legion. I guess spoiler for Legion if you guys haven't seen it. Is Legion, she plays Shadow King, and she's just kind of there to mind fuck with people nonstop, and she's kind of not as extreme here, but kind of doing that thing to Agatha here. But yeah, she goes essentially into this spell, and it's clear she knows exactly what the fuck is going on, pretty fucking clear immediately, and she's kind of laying hints for Agatha, but also kind of messing with her at the same time as to getting out. And then the second episode, which was decent, that I definitely think I kind of preferred the second one to the first one, because the second one felt like, okay, now we're getting to what our story is. But that was essentially she needs to get a group of witches together to gather her power, because Aubrey Plaza is going to kill her, but she's going to give her a chance to kind of build up so they can actually do a proper battle, because she's powerless at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to get her group of witches to travel the road to get her power. And of course, it seems like her original plan was to get those witches to attack her so she could steal their power. And it's like, oh, I guess we'll go with the road plan now.
Which is pretty much a lot of the house moms from WandaVision.
Yeah, well, especially Mrs.
Deborah.
Hart from
Yeah.
Deborah Jo Rupp from that '70s show, and it's always cool to see her again.
Oh yeah, I started just laughing when I saw her. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
hmm But we do get a decent amount of characters back from WandaVision. I know Emma Caulfield was in WandaVision, and she's
Hmm.
back here as a Well, we haven't seen her normally, but we saw her as a librarian in the detective story. Um, like, kind of overall, what are my thoughts of these first two episodes? I think it's an intriguing setup. I'm not completely sold on the series yet, but I kind of just want to see where it goes from here. But
Yeah, I agree. I want to see
yeah,
where it
that's where
goes.
I'm at right now. Yeah, it didn't. This isn't blowing my mind, but it's like it could be good. I will say, uh, if this follows the route of WandaVision, I'll end up liking it a lot because WandaVision I thought kind of like almost a similar complaint. WandaVision played with that TV series aspect, and it was kind of fun, but does do it a bit too long. It definitely feels like it's not playing with it nearly as long as it here. So I guess that's a plus for Agatha. But um yeah, when WandaVision actually starts like exploring outside the TV series, which TV series stuff was really fun in WandaVision, so it's tough to get too mean about it. But yeah, if this follows the kind of the same route as WandaVision, where it's kind of a mystery and we're kind of unfolding as we go, then this will be quite good. I just don't know yet. I know I did really enjoy the idea of Mrs. Hart, who's clearly not a witch,
Yeah,
just
but
kind of getting thrown in
she's just
there.
having fun.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, she is clearly not a witch, but she is there because Agatha needed another one. She's like, oh, this is a green witch. She has a green heart. She's Mrs. Hart. Well, actually, Mrs. Hart isn't my real name. Shut up. So yeah. I guess I guess the other big mystery. So we have we have four other witches going with her. Is it four other ones or three other
I think I
ones?
want to say yeah.
But yeah, and then Teen, who I mean, I'm just assuming it's got to be Wiccan, but like he cannot. One of the interesting things about him is while he's a huge fan of Agatha and he's the one that kind of tracked her down and also helped break her spell, he cannot disclose any personal information about himself, and it doesn't seem like he's aware of not being able to do that. But anytime he says his name or anything personal about himself, like his voice goes silent, or he gets like this weird zipper on his mouth.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's definitely a mystery going on with him, and we will have to see how that plays out. I'm interested. Essentially, I'm interested to see how this plays out. I think Aubrey Plaza as a villain is something I'm always game for because like she obviously has fun playing those type of roles. I think Catherine Hahn as Agatha is. I mean, she was the breakout star of WandaVision, and it's cool to see her back in the role. Very different from the Agatha from the comic books, but MCU has always been fast and loose with the comic books. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so it is what it is. I want to see where it goes. Like I said, it hasn't completely sold me yet, but it's not bad. I'll say that.
No.
We will see we'll see how it goes. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No. I'm interested to see. They got a lot of cool elements going on with it, but I
Yeah.
do want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, right now we got the main witches group and Mrs. Hart going down the road. We will see how that plays out. I guess it occurred to me right now. It's kind of like getting not Alice in Wonderland vibes, Wizard of Oz vibes from that setup right there.
Yeah.
So they could definitely have
little
some fun
bit.
with that. Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, I
We've
think it
covered
is.
everything, Bobby. Holy
Wrapped it
crap.
up rather quick. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we gave everything a nice amount of breathing room too. So we did all right.
Yeah. Good.
Let me go ahead and bring up next week here. Because I know we are going to wrap up Discovery next week.
Yeah, we are wrapping up Discovery.
Well, Discovery season 3, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up season 3 and then watch 4 and 5, Bobby.
And
It'll
we're
be nothing.
watching The Penguin episodes 1 and 2,
Oh yeah,
and
Penguin.
the
Yeah,
new
that came out.
Scorsese picture.
Oh, not Scorsese. Coppola.
Coppola, that's right. That's right. Coppola.
Megalopolis. Yeah, that comes out this weekend. I am interested to see because even though there's controversies behind that movie, I'm not gonna lie,
Like what?
and I'll also say
Well, what
that
controversies?
movie. Oh, that Coppola was inappropriate towards extras during the
Oh,
filming, and you know how the beginning. I will say the beginning. The trailer is kind of pretentious, where it talks about all the negative reviews he's gotten on movies that are pretty much considered classics. It turns
well,
out he got in trouble because a lot of those were faked. And it's like,
I mean,
dude, research it. Come on. I'm sure you can find negative reviews.
I mean, I know that a lot of I know like what was it like? The Godfather had controversy behind it when it came
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure That's saying I'm sure you could have found negative stuff. You didn't have to fake
Oh
it.
no, that had controversy
Really, yeah.
because of like guys involved with
Mhm,
that life. Like they didn't want a lot of that
mhm.
to be told for
Yeah.
obvious reasons.
Huh.
Um, yeah. Actually, there's a great series on Paramount about it,
Mm.
which is not
But
all like factual, but it's based off the book of the producer who put it all together. And like he had meetings with Joe Gallo or not Gallo, but Joe. Well, he met Joe Gallo, but he also, knew Joe Colombo, and it
mm,
was there when Colombo got shot. And
yeah. But put aside the controversies, and we'll address them when we talk about the movie.
yeah,
I will say the movie looks fucking cool.
it
It
does.
looks wild and pretentious, and I'm kind of interested to see what he does with it. It's like, okay,
I mean, every major director does the one pretentious picture.
yeah, oh, at least.
Sometimes they wait 13 years and make the same fucking thing, just add an element to it.
Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about, Bobby.
I'm talking about James Cameron and Avatar.
I
I'm
know
not even going to
exactly what you're
shy.
talking
I'm not
about.
going to shy away from that one.
We're disagreeing because I like Way of Water.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
That's fine. I thought the first one sucked and the second one sucked.
I do think the first one hasn't aged great, but I do think the second one's better. But
Fucking
yeah,
me, man.
it is, but it's better.
Oh God.
It's like he looked at it and said, I could do this better, and that's what he did.
Yeah, I heard a quote from him recently that just made me just go like, "Oh, dude, you are pushing yourself into the Tom Cruise category for me, man."
Oh
And
no,
I'm
what'd he do?
what did he say?
Yeah.
He said he purposely feels that he shouldn't have to continue on any other director's story unless he is trying to improve or make his own, thus no continuum for. And it was more in regard to Aliens. And it's like,
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of where he's really followed up someone else's work.
and it's like, you wouldn't have that playground if it wasn't for Ridley, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
He said something in that regard where I was just like, wow, you are just such a pretentious D-bag, James Cameron.
He is a little bit. How long do we have to wait till Avatar 3? Well, dude, I'm kind of surprised it got Avatar out so quickly.
Forever.
So, Bobby, do not worry. We will get. You have a long.
Oh, trust me. Trust me.
Do an Avatar review again.
Trust me. Worried is not the emotion I would state when regards to the third one.
We will be on episode like 2082, and we'll be covering Avatar 3.
Probably.
we got a while. But yeah.
We'll finally have watched every little piece of media we could think of, and we'll actually start ironically covering PureFlix movies at that point.
Oh my God.
That and Daily Wire content. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't want to give them money. I would gladly pirate those.
No, like I looked over some reviews of that recent Matt Walsh movie.
Oh,
By the way, Matt Walsh is a piece of shit. I just want to
you
reiterate
mean
that
that
because it
racist
can never
Matt
be
Walsh?
overstated. Yes,
That
yes,
that that
yes,
that
that one.
that that racist
The
Matt Walsh?
racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic piece of
Transphobic?
shit
Yeah,
Matt
yeah,
Walsh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Complete
mean,
whole
if you have
package.
yeah, he fucking hits all the phobias. Like
Yes.
if you have to ask,
Mm. Yeah. In general, if you feel the need to go around, if you feel the need to make a movie called Am I Racist? The answer is yes.
yes, you fucking piece of mother.
But anyways, like before I looked over the reviews, I did want to watch the movie, but I didn't want to pay any money, so I searched the 7 Seas for it, but I didn't see a copy, so I said, "Fuck it, I'll just look over the reviews without watching it." And admit I haven't seen it.
It's okay. I
Because
looked at a lot of the reviews for their action sports comedy that the company made.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
That
that
looked
one?
great. Yeah. No, I covered that
Yeah.
one too. Fucking lady ballers. Jesus Christ. Do you know the story behind that? How that movie got made?
Uh, are they angry at a trans person playing sports?
No. Well, they wanted to do like what they did with Am I Racist or What is a Woman and do it a documentary style. The problem is they couldn't get anybody who was willing to go the effort to be a man and go into women's sports because believe it or not, that type of thing is very heavily regulated, requires years of essentially taking hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah, you have to go through
It's
years of
it's not
medical like
something you
hormone
can just
treatment
say,
and
"Oh,
everything. Yeah.
I identify as a woman and do women's sports." You can't fucking do that. Um,
But wait, they all say that that's what
Yeah, they all
happens,
say that. So
and
literally the
that's
reason why they
how
did
that
the goofy
happened.
comedy was because the whole premise is bullshit. So,
Sorry, I'm
yeah.
just not even amused in the slightest by that. Like,
It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, of course you couldn't just do that.
maybe we'll luck out, and like they'll also be guilty of taking Russia money.
Believe it or not, apparently there's 600 more names are going to be released there that they found connections to Russia too on YouTube. On YouTube. We will see.
Maybe one of your boys will be on that list.
Wouldn't surprise me. They've definitely streamed with people on the list already. So
Oh yeah, they already talked about Mr. Sushi Skateboarder.
oh yeah, Matt Walsh
Oh no,
is
fuck
like
it.
listen.
Fuck him.
I absolutely think part of the reason Matt Walsh is part of the Daily Wire is their goal is to put him on to make Ben Shapiro look more reasonable. Because he is just out there saying just insane fucking shit. And I'm not saying Ben Shapiro is reasonable. I'm saying, Jesus Christ, in comparison to Matt Walsh, holy shit.
They're all kind of over the line.
Oh, God, yeah. And they've gotten worse over time. But you know what? We're not reviewing those movies. And next week we got our last regular show. And then throughout October, we have a whole bunch of Halloween movies, including Universal Classic Horror movies. At least one a week.
Scary Takeover month.
Woo!
Yes.
It'll be fun. And then we'll
yes.
wrap it up with the scariest movie of all, Venom 3. Ooh. I guess classic Dracula's there, but yeah.
Yeah, each week in October we are covering one of the classic Universal monster movies.
Mm-hmm.
And
With
the
the
second
exception of
show,
the third week where we'll have 2.
yeah, double feature that week.
Mm-hmm.
Which
A lot
that
of
one I go,
fun,
wow,
too, yeah.
pull my leg on that one there. Actually, ooh, yeah, you paired those two perfectly. Those are two very good ones.
Well, I think you paired them. So
that was me, yeah. And
but yeah,
the second week in
be a busy
October
week for me because that'll be Cincinnati Comic Expo, which
yeah.
I just got my press passes for. I was kind of assuming I wasn't covering it this year, and then they were just like, "Oh yeah, here's a press pass." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, at least
you're
able to get yours for that in Horror Hound. I still never got an answer. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm a little salty about it, but it's okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay. But yes,
it's cool.
October will be fun. But yes, I guess Initiative stream will be Wednesday. Solo stream will be Thursday. And then I'm doing another solo stream Saturday. Plenty of comic books to cover. Polls will be up on the channel. You guys know the drill. You also know you need to like and subscribe. I don't know what channel you're watching on here, but you need to also visit that Organized Chaos podcast channel and also visit Bobby Quarters' channel. Him right there. He's got a channel, Bobby Quarters.
This guy here also has one. You should check it out too. But most of you are probably watching from that channel.
Yeah. But it's literally so if you go to my main channel, scroll down to the channel selections, Bobby Quarters right there. Hit that subscribe. It's right there. You know you want to. All the cool people are doing it.
Yeah.
I guess
go and watch stuff.
Then,
leave some love. Give me some feedback.
Yeah. I guess until then, party on and be excellent to each other.
Take care.